Welcome back to my channel where I try and help kart drivers and give them some advice. Today's video is on Alfanos, why they make you quicker, how they make you quicker, and everything about them. It's basically, Alfano is a advanced GPS tracking data system which will track on basic models, your RPM, your GPS, your G rating, water temperature. You can also then add on other things essentially, so you've got your brake pedal sensors, your throttle pedal sensors, your steering sensors, that type of stuff. So first things first, let's actually talk about the Alfano. Just a quick pause, just a reminder for everyone, I am running a competition to get a free pair of racing gloves on my channel. Click the card up in the top right hand side. So I'm going to select the file here. It's very easy to do on a computer. It's also the same theory as on a iPad. You select the session you want, press red, brings you up with a whole choice of laps. I'm going to choose Elliot's fastest lap and his fourth fastest lap, just so there's a bit of difference between the two of them. Press the red again, and it'll open up into this screen. The way we have it set up is for RPM, speed, water temperature, delta, and then your G rating. So how much G's you put in corners and outer acceleration. For PC, you hold down the mouse and drag over for the area you want. On a iPad, you just zoom in by pinching or zoom back out by unpinching. So we can see here, this is turn 1 at Forest Edge. The white line is Elliot's faster lap time, as you can see up here. The green line is slower lap time. So we can analyse and see what he's done different. So we can say, look, this worked or this didn't work. So you need to move this little white line here all the way to the left, so everything starts at 0. So we know that's 0 there, and by the end of this sector, it's gained a tenth and a bit. So what's he done in here which makes it easier? This is why Alfanos is so good, so we can go back onto this data and like, what's he done different? Well, going into turn 1, you can see that Elliot here has stayed on the throttle longer than here. It's less than a metre difference. It's about a meter's difference really actually. So he's stayed on the throttle longer, his revs are higher, his top speed is higher, and he hasn't slowed down as much. So he's gone into entry a lot faster, down into the middle point here, as you can see from his speed. His slow point is a little bit slower than on his other lap, but on his fast lap, where he's gone slower, he's been able to turn in and get on the power earlier, which has just helped him get out of the corner. So this slow area here, that coincides with this bit down here, which is Elliot's peak G angle here. So this is his peak G angle. So that coincides. His revs, he's actually managed to keep his revs a little bit higher here. So the faster entry, slower mid corner, but faster exit has gained for a tenth and a bit. Right click out, choose another sector. This looks like a big difference, so we'll go for this one here. Once again, we'll move, this is on 0, so we start at 0. And it's gained a tenth and a half in this one corner alone. So, going by the data, which Alfano makes it so easy to use, you can see that it's gone into a corner a lot faster at 92 kilometers an hour. He's held it a lot later onto a corner. So he's obviously, looking at this bit here, had a worse exit of the corner before, but he's gone in a lot deeper before he started trailing off his brakes. Looking at the speed here, he's trailed it down, not as severely as the other lap, still trailing down. We get down to the same slow speed area, the slow speed do match, and then he manages to get on the throttle a little bit later than the slower lap, but a bit more consistent. He doesn't have to lift out, so your green line here sees it go up, he's gone down a little bit, and he's going to go back up. Whereas the white line is he's got on the throttle, and then he's stayed on the throttle. You can see through the revs, which is really helpful because then you know if your clutch is engaged. His revs have stayed higher all the way along here. His peak turning angle is here. So when he is coming down the speed range, so he's dropped from 92 kilometers to 77 kilometers, so he's lost about 15 kilometers an hour, and that is at his peak turning. He then, looking at this line down at the bottom, he then fades it out, and there we go. So there, that's 2 corners, and that's 3 temps you found. That easy. What's that taking me? 3 minutes to do? Alfanos are super helpful. They really do help, and they will make you a faster kart driver, 100%. The Alfano system is a powerful tool used by racers of all levels to monitor and analyse their performance on track. It collects data such as lap times, speeds, throttle and brake inputs, and even GPS positioning. With this information at your fingertips, you can pinpoint areas where you're losing time and make targeted improvements to your driving. Now, you might be wondering, why is it so important to read and analyse your Alfano data? Well, for starters, knowing how to interpret your data can help you optimise your driving technique and identify any weaknesses in your performance on track. By comparing your data from different sessions and different drivers, you can track your progress over time and make informed decisions on how to improve. In short, reading your data is like having a personal coach guiding you towards a faster lap time. Before we jump into the nitty-gritty of data analysis, let's break down the key components of Alfano data. The main parameters you'll be looking at are lap times, speed traces, throttle and brake inputs, and GPS positioning. Each of these elements provide valuable insights into your driving style and performance on track. By understanding how to read and interpret these components, you can make precise adjustments to your driving technique and shave off valuable tenths or even seconds on your lap time. Next up, let's talk about the speed traces. These graphs show you how your speed changes throughout each lap, giving you a visual representation of your acceleration and deceleration patterns. Look for smooth, gradual transitions in your speed traces, as sudden spikes or dips can indicate areas where you're not maximising your speed. By analysing your speed traces, you can fine-tune your throttle control and braking technique to maintain optimal speed through the corners and straights. And there you have it, a comprehensive guide on how to read your Alfano data to become a faster and more skilled driver on the track. By mastering the art of data analysis, you can unlock your full potential as a racer and elevate your performance to the next level. Remember, the key to success lies in continuous learning and improvement, so keep pushing yourself to new heights and never stop striving for greatness. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on the track. Drive fast and use that data.